Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to Football Takeover. Welcome to X. Welcome to Kick. Welcome Ali. Welcome to Arsenal 4, Aston Villa 1 match reaction and player ratings. How you doing, Ali?
Yeah, not too bad after that, Bobby. That was a good performance, and yeah, it ended up being a good evening.
It wasn't
You all
too
right?
bad. Well, you'll find out. I'm still grumpy about certain bits and bobs, but I am the
Oh
way
yeah, I'm
I
sure we'll
am.
get into the first half. It was terrible.
Oh no, it's actually the 90 minutes.
Okay.
You'll see why. Look, everyone knows me. Everyone's seen my reactions before. I look at the little nitty gritty parts of the game, and I'm
Let's
not
see
happy
if
with
I
some of
can
that.
get to that nitty gritty as well today as well. Then
Yeah. Right,
let's see
let's
if
see
we're
what
matching.
everyone's saying. Big up to Mo saying evening. Big up to Mo. Uh, Temi, evening, Bobby. After Emery's cowardly exit and refusal to shake Arteta's hand, if I see any Arsenal fan doing Emery revisionism again, I'll be livid. Now, the only thing I'll say about Emery, he got it so wrong last night. Starting lineup, the reaction at the end as well. He was just really bad decisions from him yesterday. But it is what it is. Look, everyone can say, yeah, Emery got it wrong and he's the worst manager. Arteta also gets it wrong too. A lot of managers get it wrong. Even Pep gets
Arteta
it
was
wrong.
getting it wrong in the game
Yeah,
last night.
Louis
His
Enrique, he
his
makes
Arteta's
mistakes.
lineup was wrong as well.
Oh, we'll
So
get onto that.
yeah.
I see a very handsome man waiting. Oh, it's my poor brother. Hello, my friend.
Yes, sir. He said he was gonna be here.
Hello, hello, hello. How you all doing?
Hello, mate. How you doing, my
All
friend?
good, Brenny.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
let's
not
bring
bad
up
at all.
so everyone
Not
can see.
bad.
There you go.
Not
Right,
bad.
his waffling after in the press conference also proves why he's a small manager. He's definitely not small. Not count out for the big
No.
boys. I sincerely hope we win the league and Champions League. Emery's not a small time manager. I don't really get this. What I will say about what people think about him, look, everyone's entitled to their opinions, but he's definitely not a small time manager because he's won trophies. That's as simple
Yeah,
as that.
the
I think
disrespect
that's more
is
to
really
do with.
bad.
I think that's more to do with small time in terms of without disrespecting any clubs. I think that comment's more to do with the level of club he manages well at, rather than him being a small manager in terms of his trophy haul. That's
Uh,
how I read that comment.
I think last night he just got it super wrong. I don't know why Sancho
Yeah.
started. That made no sense
Hmm.
whatsoever because that guy has not performed whatsoever coming
No,
back to England. No, and don't get me wrong, I think he's a very talented winger, but for some reason it's just not panned out in the Premier League. No idea why, because at Dortmund, I got to see him at Dortmund. Honestly, he was outstanding.
he
So
was.
I have no idea what's happened. Also, Neil is here as well. Hello, Neil. Sorry, mate. You're
Yes.
currently
Oh,
Gents,
hiding at the bottom. Hang on, let me move you up as well.
gents,
hello,
how we doing?
buddy. You
I'll
okay?
put you up as well.
Yeah, man, really, really good. Enjoyed last night thoroughly.
Good, good.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, really good.
Well,
I'm sure we'll get into it.
we are aiming to finish at 8 o'clock because obviously we
Let's do
want to
it.
enjoy our
It
evenings.
is
Yeah.
New Year's Eve.
For all our criticism of Arteta, he has never disrespected opponent players or coaches. He's been on the receiving end of disastrous defeats. Look, that's one thing I do respect about Arteta. He has great respect. Emery, for whatever reason, was just in a very foul mood, and it happens sometimes. It happens.
Yeah.
Who's got me on in the background because I've got severe feedback.
I'm not.
No,
Don't know.
mate.
I can. Oh no, that's it. So whoever it was, it's now gone. I was having massive feedback then. I was like, I don't love hearing
It
myself.
wasn't me.
Emery officially the alternative manager for my alternative teams. Zinni, oh jeez, mate. Honestly, tell me, I'll be so happy when Zinni is no longer ours. I really will be very happy. Emery is sore loser. Look,
Who isn't? Who isn't? Who isn't?
Martinez was the biggest loser last night. I have to be
Yeah.
honest.
That
And
was
Big
funny.
up to
I loved
DJ.
every minute of it.
Do you know what it is,
Yes, mate.
Bobby? You know what it is, right? From what I see, yeah. I followed Emery before he got to Arsenal. I knew about Unai Emery. Okay. What I will
Yes.
say is, okay, and I don't like the disrespect he's got, considering he wasn't given the funds that Arteta was given. Not even Arsene Wenger was given those funds. And I just find with him, I know it was a case of they should have given more time, but you've already explained the situation quite a few times.
Was never going to stay. Was never even meant to be the Arsenal manager. In full fairness,
and that's fine. And that's fine. But then I think what it is, it's because Emery. I think that's his first time he's ever lost with any club at the Emirates.
That's correct.
And I think with him, if everyone knew what Emery was like when he was managing Arsenal, even when he managed Valencia and
Villarreal.
No, not Villarreal. Seville.
Okay.
That's where he won his Europa Leagues.
Yes, he did 3.
You know, he was the one manager that couldn't dominate it. Look, put it this way: when he was at Valencia, when he was at Seville, if Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona did not exist, he would have won at least 5 league titles.
Yeah, but I respect what you're saying there. But we could say that about Arteta. So and Arsene Wenger, there's no Fergie.
Yeah, I hear that.
Go on.
I hear that, Ali. But what I'm trying to, but then what Emery comes with? He comes with cups. Yeah, he hasn't won any leagues. He hasn't won any leagues apart from with PSG. But if you're PSG manager, you're expected to win a league.
Correct.
So really, what I'm trying to say is with the Europa Leagues, they're not easy to win. I know he didn't win it
not
with
at all.
us. I know he didn't win it with us, and I think that's why we're still rattled. Listen, I'm still pissed off about Baku back in 2019.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy. I was angry at Emery. I was angry at players not turning up in that second half. I was mad angry, but I weren't angry to the point where I wanted him sacked. Now, had that been Mikel Arteta, because of the love he has from the fans, if that had been Mikel Arteta as our manager, I'd have still felt the same way. But at the time, I wouldn't have said he has to go because then that would have been his first season. I wouldn't have said, no, well, don't sack Arteta. You know what I mean? Because that was his first season and he would have gotten us 5th in hindsight. So I think that, and that's the thing where I think a lot of fans, because of the love for Arteta, I think they still would have had love for him if he'd have taken over from Arsene Wenger. So I'm just trying to put a little bit of context here. You know what I'm saying?
Fine,
but it's
you're not wrong, Bobby. Brenny, sorry. I think. Do you know what? I just feel like this Unai Emery Arsenal thing. I think the Arsenal fans themselves, on various other platforms, have made this into something that it really isn't. It's just a manager. It never worked out. Just like a player.
Well, this is it.
He's moved on and he's been successful where he's been.
Yeah.
Where he's gone.
Yeah.
And then where he was before. It didn't work out at Arsenal. Let's just move on. Who cares?
And what I will...
There's too much... hate's a strong word, but dislike towards Unai Emery for no reason, really. This rivalry with Aston Villa is just... It's just a narrative that's just been created in the media and by Arsenal fans, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's just another player. It's just another club. It's just another manager, a former manager. George Graham done it against us, so on and so forth over the years. It's history. It's just football.
I will say one thing. The only thing I'm going to say.
It baffling.
Yeah, I hear you, Ali. But the only thing I'm going to say, just to summarise, is that with Emery, apart from yesterday, which I thought was very unlike him, he's always shown us respect when he was at Villarreal.
Yeah.
When he's Villarreal and when he's been Villa, he's always shown the club respect. He still.
And this is why I said it's the fans. It's got nothing. Unai Emery is just the. At the end of the day, if we're human beings, if we're in Unai Emery's position, if you hear the good evenings online and all that disrespect, he's gonna be fiery back. He's gonna want to do well when he plays against Arsenal. That's just normal.
Yeah.
I want to prove that my former employees wrong, for example. I want to prove the fans wrong, that I was the right person. Because if you keep going on about it on various different media platforms, it's gonna get to me, whether it's through my family, my friends are gonna tell me, "Oh, have you heard this, Unai? Have you heard that, Unai?" It's gonna happen. So when I'm doing my team talk, let's have it, lads. Let's really get up on today. This is one for me and not just for you lot. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That siege mentality. So I don't really care about him walking off down the tunnel. I don't really care about Aston Villa, and I don't really care about what Unai Emery done at Arsenal. He was a top manager when he came. He was a top manager when he left. It just didn't work out for him. It's as simple as that. So
Yeah, but
whenever we put Villa, we should come with a different perspective rather than
Yeah,
Unai,
exactly.
Unai, Arteta, Unai. Who cares?
no,
right.
I think I agree with that. But I think, and I'll give him credit. Last night, I think Arteta did do that. I think he was like, he never made a fuss about it. In the interview, he was like, no, it is what it is. It happens. It's part of football. And I think Arteta, I've given Arteta a lot of stick recently. But I think, the way he handled that situation last night was spot on as a manager. Spot on.
Yeah.
Or just
And Unai Emery also, it's the heat, like Bobby said, it's the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
And listen, it happens. Behind the scenes, I'm sure they had a glass of wine. He apologized, and it is what it is. Who cares?
Yeah.
But the fans are the ones that are drubbing on about it all day long. It's boring. Yes, we had a bit of banter, put it on the group, into the discords and the groups. It's funny. But let's just keep it at that. It's just funny. It's done. Just like the result, we move on to the next one. I'm already thinking about Bournemouth. Villa's done. On to Bournemouth. We need 3 more points there. So same with the Unai Emery thing. Have a bit of banter with it, 24 hours, whatever you want to do, and just move on. Don't be so obsessed with Unai Emery. It's becoming it's embarrassing. It's becoming an obsession within the fan base. Like we're trying to create a rivalry that there's no need for. Simple as that. He didn't want to get sacked from Arsenal. He went to Aston Villa because we sacked him after he went to Villarreal and then came back. What's he supposed to do? Not work?
With Emery, he's going to get punished anyway. So he knows that because there is a rule that you have to shake hands at the end of the game anyway.
Sure.
So, he'll get punished no matter what.
And just a quick one: Arteta always hugs his staff before he goes and shakes the other person's hand. Win, lose or draw, he'll shake a couple of the Mr. AirPods and then all the Jovas and all that, and then he'll quickly run over to shake hands. So that wasn't something that Arteta has done, and it's unusual for him to do.
Indeed. Miss Rice on Tuesday night. Yeah, Rice is get out for Saturday's game at the moment. So that was a last-minute failed fitness test. So that's why he was there, why he was part of the squad walk. It's nothing major though at the moment, so it's all good. Big up to Charles, Bobby, Coach Ali. New Year wishes. Firstly, reflecting on the game, that Jesus banger was actually a dagger. I saw them hugging and all. But no, I'm gonna save the Jokeres talk because I'm so sick of it today. Because I watched Jokeres and I used all my data team to help me with this, and he helped with 2 of those goals for us last night.
Thank you very much.
No fucking credit for him, and I'm gonna swear because that's really pissed me off, and I can't.
I agree.
Arsenal fans are out there saying, "Oh, he gets a 5, he gets this, he gets that." I'm like, why? Why the hell is he only getting a 5? Because without him, we would not have got 2 goals.
Well said.
Simple as that. Also, we've got Jassafat and Brenny's come back. I didn't know, Brenny. I didn't know you went, mate.
I know. It's
his famous internet connection.
Do you know what? It's fine. It's fine for everything else apart from this laptop. But do you know? I think PB. I know Ali. You'd probably been on here as well weeks ago. I mentioned I have another laptop. Yeah. I'm actually come Saturday. I've ordered a camera to go with that laptop.
Come on.
So and it's more powerful than one I was using. So
taking advice from Damos.
No, I haven't. Actually, no. Tell a lie. Yes, I have spoken to Damos. I have spoken to him, and he was basically just telling me about like the ones to get and whatnot, and
I'm not going to trust anybody. It's Damos for
he's the tech guy of the family.
He is. Yes, Damos is definitely the guy for tech. Coach Ali, clearly Villa and Ollie were on a couple versus high XG chances first half. I'd like to understand from your eyes what Arteta did in the second half that made the game tilt. Is it solely an honest sub?
Do you want me to answer that, Bobby?
I suppose so. It's a bit of a go for it. I don't know how to go. I don't know where to go with that. To be
Yeah,
honest.
so basically with that, obviously Neil was in the group chats and stuff last night in the first half, etc. Throughout the game, everyone was talking. Basically, in my opinion, first and foremost, the mistake was Mikel Moreno played. Apart from that, I was happy with that lineup, content with that lineup. I would have liked. This is what I was asking Bobby in the chat, and I forgot to ask on last show. Can Zubimendi play in the left 8?
Yeah.
And I think we got our answer in the second half, pretty much. That he can do that role, especially when Norgard came on, etc. But what it just comes down to simple things. I'll be braver in his lineup. We were not pressing as aggressively in the first half than we were in the second half. Onana's substitution obviously hindered Aston Villa for sure. But I just think we upped our intensity and our physicality in the second half. But from in that first half, the transitions through us and our midfield was far too often for my liking. And I'm sure others in the group chats and Discord. Hence why Ollie Watkins got that chance, which he should have finished, which he dragged past our left side of the post looking at the screen. And then I think there was another chance where Saliba, he's the last defender, takes it off of I don't know whose foot it was. Was it Ollie Watkins again? Way through the first half. So those transitions we could not cope with because we didn't have the pace in midfield. We may have had the power with Moreno, but we don't have the pace on the transitions. So that's why we kept getting caught. And in the second half, we pressed higher, and then we were pressing a lot narrower. So we were forcing them to play centrally rather than wide. And then that allowed your Odegaards and Gyökereses to really get closer to the individual they were pressing. And then as the game went on, obviously we scored very early in the second half, which we already alluded to. Victor Gyökeres done some good work, hold up play, 1-2 touch football, and then got the corner, and then the rest is history. And then from that point onwards, the floodgates open, right, and we ended up scoring 4.
Yeah, I think a big thing for me was Zubimendi playing in a box to box from number 6. I think Norgard gave us that defensive sort of muscle and stability at 100%, and then playing Zubi, who that is sort of in a lot of games he's played there for Spain. I think he's a lot more mobile than people think he is. And crashing the box, he reminded me of an Aaron Ramsey. Somebody said that earlier.
Yeah,
and that changed the game because we overran them in the midfield. I think Onana going off helped, but I think that's what helped us massively.
It's good that you've done those tweaks, but again, these type of tactical tweaks should be happening before the game starts. So
Agreed.
We could have been this is why I always say start fast in the first half so then you can ease off in the second half. But what I've noticed with Mikel Arteta since the Sunderland game, and a little bit before even throughout the whole season, to be honest, he likes to keep it very passive and very controlled in the first half. And if it is 0-0, he will then make those tweaks potentially to get himself and his team out of a hole, which they've created: lack of possession, lack of shots on goal by ourselves, lack of intensity. It's like he gives him the instruction of first half, let's just see what they got, and then the second half will explode. But us fans, we want to see that second half performance in the first half, because as fans, we can then enjoy the second half, because you don't know what's going to happen in the second half, because that's a very risky tactic. You try to play like that and then you lose 1-0. You try to play like that, you can see the first goal, your tactics have gone out the window. So again, it just goes back to him being negative and a very passive manager.
Yeah.
He's not proactive, he's reactive. And he reacted last night. That was what he did.
Yeah, that's good. Charles asking, was Chris Nolan? Yes, Chris Nolan was at the stadium yesterday. For anyone that doesn't know who he is, it's a film director.
Batman.
I wasn't there. I heard he was though.
Yeah, he was there. Where do you stand on Marino not getting his second card? He should have been sent off.
It was a red card
for me. So simples.
Very smart, because he's done it on the blind side of the referee. That's the only thing that saved him.
Yeah.
But it was stupid for him to do that in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah. Is Waneri leaving on loan in January? Would be good for both. In my opinion, yes, he's going. Big up to Den saying, evening guys, hope you're well. Also, if Emery was such a great coach, why hasn't any big club tapped him up for a job in 20 years of football management? Big up lads, hope you're well. Big up Chris, hope you're doing well. Big up to Dermot, happy new year Bobby and everyone. I won't jump on Bobby,
Happy New Year, Dermot.
Big up, Dermot.
Statement win, just need to turn up for the whole game. Exactly. Big up to
Well said.
Mate. Saying evening guys. Semenyo, Gay news. Semenyo will be confirmed, in my opinion, in the next probably 48 hours that he'll be at City. Gay, he will leave on a free in the summer.
Right.
Unless a very good offer comes in for him in January. But in my opinion, I think he'll leave on a free to help Crystal Palace for the rest of the season because he's an honourable guy.
Yep.
And then it's anyone's game. Will we be involved? Yes, we will be.
Bobby, just a question on Semenyo. Do you think City are keeping him in the team for us against us on the weekend on Saturday?
No, they want it completed for that.
Okay.
Yeah, because they've got.
Yeah.
I think Neil, they've got Chelsea, so I don't think they're going to take
Yeah.
chances with that.
They're going to try and complete that as quick as possible. Don't forget the window officially opens at midnight tonight. So, happy early New Year's, boys. Big up to you, Connor.
Happy New Year, Connor.
Link with the Club Bruges midfield. I'm guessing you're on about
Stankovic.
Should score more, says Mo. What a win and performance, says Scott. Win, fantastic. Performance, not so fantastic, in my opinion. You'll see why.
Second half performance.
Well, overall is what I go for, and
I agree.
Not so happy. Evening, gents. Big up to Dean. Can't watch live, so I'll catch up later. Villa's title challenge looks as credible as Chelsea right now. Happy New
I love
Year.
that.
Well, Chelsea are in severe issues at the moment.
Let's just hope we beat them at the Carabao Cup.
Off topic, fireworks should be banned or only sell silent ones. My Capuchon is so frightened by this. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Scott. As everyone knows, I'm ex-military. I hate them. I think in Hong Kong they've actually used no fireworks whatsoever. They've done a light show, which, in all fairness, there's drones now that do all these light shows. Why not?
Yes.
Just go back to that. Go to them now. On the preview show, people said Emery would have won the league with Arteta's team, even though he had never won the league at the big. This is what triggered me, Bobby. No, fair enough, mate. Don't worry about it. Currently playing loud, booming music to drown them out. What are you playing? Is it a bit of Michael Bublé? Is it a bit of Lionel Richie? What music you get? Scott, I'm really intrigued what music you're playing actually now. I'm really intrigued. My New Year's resolution is Christmas, Halloween, birthdays, Easter, weddings get cancelled. Big
yes,
up, Chris. Happy chappy. I think a majority is just banter. There are fans who generally take it too far with the Emery hate. Unfortunately, that's how this current era of fans are. Gabriel has to be ultimate shithousery chaos agent, taking celebrations to another level. Big up to Big Carl, BX. Gents. Hope you all had wonderful festive period.
Yes, Cole.
I hope you enjoyed the game yesterday, Cole. Sorry, I had to say it, but there you go. Especially the Twitter bunch, almost Colts. Brenny knows exactly what I'm on about. Especially the Twitter bunch, almost cult-like, where constructive dialogue just doesn't exist. But thankfully, the Discord's more level-headed than Twitter. Yes, please do join.
That's true. That's true.
Way more level. Look, we'll have a little bit of a rant. We'll have a bit of a scream now and then, but we'll all calm down eventually and talk nice and calmly.
Exactly.
Coach Ali, I blame the Arteta outers for the Emery obsession because they made it look like he was great at the club and was unfairly sacked.
I didn't think he was great. I thought he was really good though.
Listen, I thought he was really good when we employed him. It just didn't work out. He got a decent points tally. He lost out on the fourth spot.
He came with trophies.
The only reason we never made the Champions League that year, boys, is because he focused on the Europa League, which I was happy for him to do. Do you know what I mean? And we ended up missing out, what was it, 1 or 2 points, whatever it was in the Champions League places back then?
Yeah, the Palace defeat at home, I wasn't happy with that.
It was more, I wasn't even worried, I was extremely disappointed by losing the Europa League final to Chelsea. Forget about Chelsea, I wanted to win the final. And that's another trophy in our cabinet. I don't care who we play to win these cups. This is all about Arsenal. I don't care about Tottenham and I don't care about Aston Villa or Chelsea. I just want Arsenal to win, like we all do. But it was more just like the fall off from August until December. It was quite a. We lost. We were fifth in the league. We got to the Europa League final, and then I was expecting us to kick on, and we just kind of went there and just went boom, and then hence why he left in December, unfortunately for him.
Chelsea.
That game changed once Onana went off. I'm happy we capitalised for once.
Yeah.
Yes, I do agree. Onana was fantastic in the first half.
He was.
It was.
Very physical.
Well, you can see why I wanted him now, because he's absolutely fantastic. Just because he's
quality.
tall and lanky doesn't mean he can't move. That guy can move and can dribble. Brilliant second half performance. Odegaard, Trossard, Zubimendi were excellent. Our defence was superb. Both fell. Ready for the Gyökeres talk, Bobby. Big up to Angie. Thanks for I'm only going to. The reason I'm not only need to stick up for him because I thought he had a very good performance. I thought he did very well.
He made some good forward runs yesterday as well. I know we had a couple of chances.
Yeah,
I don't know what you boys think, but I think he done everything bar score, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think
He did. I agree.
We need to compare him to the form he's been on.
Yeah.
And he's starting to make these runs. He was still on his heels a couple of times, but that's going to happen. And as the game went on, I thought he got better.
The space opened up for Zubimendi's goal because of the Gyökeres run.
There you go.
He took the defender away. The space opened up. Odegaard slipped the ball through, and Zubimendi scored. That was all because of Gyökeres' run.
Yeah,
facts. And the first goal came from Gyökeres.
100%. Neil.
Out at Timber corner. And then I think there was one other one. I'm sure there was.
Well,
is he? How can we say this? Is he where we want him to be as our number 9, number 14 on the back, whatever? No. But was that one of his better performances in the last 4 or 5 games? Yes, it was. Is it something that he can build on? Yes, he can.
Yeah.
Is he going to give confidence to the players? Oh, if I do whip the ball in, he will get ahead on it. Whether it goes in or not, at the moment, we're not sure. But I think that will come the more games he plays. I need him to start again on Saturday. I want to keep seeing this effort off the ball. Now we just got to clean up on the ball. You can't do that by subbing him out and then bringing him back in after 3 games and then 1 game and then 4 games. Let him have 5, 10, 6, 7, 8, 10 games. And let's see if he can end up with 4 or 5 goals and 1 assist.
To be quite honest. Evening, gentlemen. Sorry I'm late.
Hey, big up, Anthony.
How's it going? Sorry I'm late. Bloody work
All
late,
good?
innit? Yeah. I was just working late tonight, but it is what it is. Bills have got to be paid and that. But it's very interesting in regards to this whole Gyökeres situation now going forward. Like, as I was saying on the Discord, I think Dan said he gave himself an out of 10. I was just like, too generous. Obviously, we know that he can't header the well. The notion about him, headering the ball. He one of those chances he should have scored yesterday.
You think so?
Again, yeah, I think he should.
I think you're being harsh there, mate.
No, because
the first one is leaning back. The first one is leaning back and his body is back.
Yeah, but Ali,
that's very hard to get across the goal. And the second one, he's dived across. He's dived across to get to there. People were complaining he weren't even making those runs earlier in the season. Now he's doing it. Yes, he's not scored. It's a myth about this header stuff, and he only scores penalties. The guy's got 98 goals in 100 and whatever 2 games.
Yeah, but how many? But Ali, how many?
Wait a second, brother. Are we expecting him to come and bang 40 goals like Haaland?
Not 40 goals, no. But we expect him. Any striker that we brought in, even if it was Sesko, Victor Osimhen. Hold on. Let me finish. Hold on, Ali.
Let Anthony talk, mate.
Look, Ali, what I was saying to you is this. Regardless of the striker that we brought in, it's either if it was Isaac, Victor Osimhen, Ekitike, any striker that we brought in, I expect them to start, hit the ground running. Look at Ekitike. You know what I'm saying? Or what's his name from Chelsea, at Newcastle. Hit the ground running. Hit the ground running. We're not expecting him to get 40 goals. We know that's not going to translate in the Premier League. But he should be on. How many games have we played right now?
19.
he should at least be on
10.
double digits.
Yeah, and he's on 5,
Yeah.
and he was injured.
Yeah,
for a month.
exactly. So he should essentially he should be on double digits.
Mm.
Listen, I agree with that side of it,
Unfortunately,
but I'm just
yeah.
a bit baffled with the chance. Like you're saying, he should be scoring one of those chances yesterday. That's all I'm talking about.
Look, we've
That's
seen
harsh,
him.
man.
No, it's not
Maybe
harsh
that's the
because
history of the beginning of how he started life in the Premier League. That's why we as a panel are being harsh with him about last night.
it's not okay.
But
So it's not just about
it's
last
difficult.
night. It's not about last night. It's about every game that he started. It's just like, what are you going to do today? Are you going to do something, or are you just gonna, fall over every 5 minutes? Tussle with the defenders. Jesus came on. Jesus has been out for what, 12 months? Man comes on, instantly scores a goal. After, I belong to Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Instantly scores a goal. This guy, he hasn't scored in how many games? Yes, I know he's come back from injury, but again, it's just like, it comes to the point now where you either bench him, you let Jesus and Kai Havertz start because they're better at this system than he is. And it's either he needs to work a bit more going forward to prove that he is the number one, because we paid a lot of money for him. And to see him come into this team and it's just like, it's not clicking, and then people also say, this, that, and the other. I'd have the same energy for any striker. If it was Sesko, if it was Osimhen, any other striker, I'll be having the same thing. At this present moment, we really have to think now to say, okay, what is the best solution going forwards? Because it seems like even I saw yesterday, a couple of chances where Saka could have passed to him or Odegaard could have passed to him. I'm not seeing that anymore. So it's just like people saying it takes time, blah, blah, blah. But 19 games in, and I'm just looking at it like, I'm not expecting you to be a world beater to get 40 odd goals. But essentially, I'm expecting you to get double digits. Like, your goal return right now is shocking. I see Kai Havertz was on 9 or 10 goals before he got injured last season. So it speaks volumes about what we're going to do going forward. Do we drop him, start Jesus? Because personally, I think I'll start Jesus.
I would start Jesus on the weekend and bring Gyökeres on, like a Jesus substitution, where the game's hopefully opened up a little bit more, and he might get a bit more space and time on the ball to get that 1 or 2 goals that he needs. Don't get me wrong. I thought he had a better game yesterday. I thought he created the space, like I said, for the Zubimendi goal. I think he created the space for the Trossard goal as well, because he dragged the defenders away. But as a number 9, we have brought in a number 9 to bang goals in.
And he's not doing that currently.
And he's not currently doing it. No.
He's not. Yeah, exactly. He's not doing that at the present moment, and it's a shame, because I was really advocate for him, to come to the Premier League and say, because I taught to say, pound for pound, he could go toe to toe with Haaland. And look how that's turning out. Haaland's got 19 goals, and Gyökeres has only got 5. He should have been on double digits right now, but he's not. And it's just like, I understand that we wanted Sesko, but RB Leipzig, they didn't want X amount of money. Only Sesko's only got 2 goals, so he's bested.
And he's also been injured. He's also been injured in fairness. Sesko.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I get that. But he's bested him in terms of goals at the present moment. But he needs to do better in terms of conversion. Like, if he does get a chance,
you're spot on. He should have scored against Brighton.
It's more than just Brighton. It's more than just Brighton.
But we're just talking about if we're just looking at these block of fixtures, because he was injured before that, right? So then we're going to go all the way back to Burnley. That was his last performance, and then Atletico Madrid, where he got 1 or 2 goals or wherever it was, right? So he's got 7 in all competitions, and he's got 5 in the Premier League, which is definitely not good enough.
Club
but
Brugge.
I was just making the point about the chances last night. I thought it was a bit harsh to say that he should have scored one of them. The best way we can then follow that up is Ekatike scoring one of those headers, because Haaland might have, but is it Ekatike? Is a João Pedro? Is Walter Made, who I've seen miss sitters this season as well?
Oh, I do like Ekatike though, mate. I think
he's outstanding. I mean, if you're looking at the transfer market and the players that were available And if we were to rewind the clock, I would take Ekatike out of that block of players, Sesko, Gyökeres, etc. Just going on form, right? And the
Well, there was
quality
another one
that
that I
he's
would have,
showing.
there was another one that I would have taken, but obviously he didn't want to come to us, and I'd have tested my resolve with Newcastle for Isaac. You know what I'm saying? I would essentially have tested my resolve with Newcastle first to say, all right, first option, because Arteta loved him. We all knew this. David Ornstein reported that he would have been my preferred option to say, okay, we don't get one Swede. All right, cool. We're going to the next one. You understand what I'm saying? So
but for me, I thought he was injury prone, and he's unfortunately proven that to be the case. Not with the broken leg, but just the muscular injuries that he picks up.
For me, guys, I would have gone Osherman.
And if we got Isak, we wouldn't have got the rest of the players that we've bought in.
Do you know what I love about Isak?
We can confirm that
Isak scores goals when he comes back from injury. That's what I like about Isak.
Yeah,
he did that at Newcastle.
Yeah, and Gyökeres has taken, even Club Brugge.
What's the stats, Bobby? What's the stats on these players, and how many games was Gyökeres injured for in the Premier League compared to an Ekatike or somebody? Just so we can get I don't know if we've got time for that, but
we haven't got time.
We're gonna have to do a show just on strikers maybe. And see
possibly.
What I will say is I've quickly compared Haaland's XG with Gyökeres' XG. Because unfortunately, as much as people don't like it, the data teams use it. Haaland's XG is 16.3. He's got 19 goals. Gyökeres' XG is 6.93 and he's got 5 goals.
Oh my!
So it's not exactly awful for Gyökeres personally if you look at the XG, because if his XG was on 15 and he's only got 5 goals, then yes, my God, I'm going to go knock on his door personally and go, what the hell are you doing? But the XG matches exactly what he's got. Pretty much.
Yeah, in terms of the
one-off. So
then that basically comes down to what we said at the beginning of the season, during the season, and what Anthony said to me here tonight. It may just be the system it doesn't suit him, because obviously when Jesus comes on, all of a sudden it's chalk and cheese between our nines.
Yeah, but we know that already. Because don't forget, he's been here for 5 years, and people is trying to say, oh, but look, when Jesus came back, I said, well, Jesus has been here for 5 years. He knows how Arteta plays the system from when he first came here. So that's a given. Same thing with Kai Havertz.
Yep.
One thing I did say is that this system, if we buy Gyökeres, we do not have the personnel. And I'm sorry, as much as people love Odegaard, like I keep saying, I don't think he's fit for purpose for this football club whatsoever. I'll be honest with you. I don't see nothing in Odegaard to say, you're pulling up trees. You've had one good season, and after that, you just faltered. You haven't been, none of them have. Only Saka. Martinelli's been rubbish for the past 2 seasons. Odegaard has regressed. He's playing a more deeper role. And again, this is when it comes to the football intelligence of these football players. If you're listening to a manager who's holding you back, then there's some issues right there. Like, I'm sorry, but it's, first season he was fantastic when we was getting when we was going on the first Premier League run, and he's regressed. He's essentially regressed. How many goals has he got last? If you look at the goals that he's got from, was it 21, 22? Or 22, 23?
He got
22. Yeah, and if you look at him now,
he's got 1 goal, 3 assists.
It speaks volumes. It speaks volumes in terms of what is going on in terms of this actual team, in terms of the chances and all that.
But don't you think that the last night's game is basically a blueprint of our season? Quite simply, when we play slowly, players like Odegaard look awful.
I've seen this
quickly. When we play fast, like we did in the second half for about 20 minutes, they look a lot better. So
I've seen this before.
Coaching? Is that down to the in-game management by Arteta that is holding the players back? Because like we said on the last stream, when he plays for Norway, he plays a lot better because he plays a lot quicker. Those vertical passes into Haaland are a lot sharper. So he trusts his striker. Maybe he doesn't trust Gyökeres. But
if Bobby's saying that,
tactics,
but if Bobby's not saying they're having a conversation that they being him, like Bobby said on the last stream, that obviously them two have been talking behind closed doors. We don't know to what privy, but if they have been talking, then because even yesterday there was a pass that he could have done to Yokers. I'm like, what's going on? It's like, is it Bobby? Is it that bad between the players and Yokers, or is it just what is the actual situation? Because from an outsider looking in, I'm seeing that they're just playing the way that they want to play, like they've got a Kai Havertz or Jesus in the squad, not like they've got a Yokres in the football team. So, what is the dynamics going forward?
The whole situation is the players know Arteta's system, apart from Gyökeres. Zubimendi knows the system because he plays it anyway. He played it at Sociedad. He hasn't really had to integrate into a new system, really. It's very similar to Sociedad and Spain, in all fairness. Gyökeres is having to learn a whole new system, and it will work. I promise you, it will work. There are lots of things happening behind the scenes, and Kai is a big part of that. And we need.
But I also, don't you also agree, Bobby, that I think this is down to the manager. I personally think that you've got 3 different strikers that should be playing possibly in different games, different situations, different tactics.
Yeah.
And I think the manager should be using these 3 different strikers that we have to play differently in different games against different opponents.
There you go.
That's the point.
That is what is going to happen. There is going to be a different system for a different type of opponent. I'm not going to say it on air because obviously you never know who's listening. But there are going to be different things happening for different types of games that we are prepared for. And Kai, as I keep saying, is an important tool in that. And thankfully, he's now fully fit. So we will hopefully very, very soon see that. Now, whether or not that's Saturday, I don't know, because obviously it's Bournemouth away. They could possibly do a low block. I doubt it. But it could be one that we might try it, and it might surprise some people.
But you're still talking about him being going back to his usual position of an attacking midfield. And okay. So how would that midfield be? Would it be Kai Havertz, Odegaard and Zubimendi?
I'm going to take Havertz out of the conversation because yes, he'll be the cam, but it'll be more like a Bergkamp kind of situation.
Okay, so support
striker.
And then there'll be 2 midfielders. So it'll either be Rice, Odegaard, or Rice, Zubimendi. Obviously, if Rice is fit. If Rice is not fit, then it's obviously Zubimendi, Odegaard.
So again, then this comes to the point of what's the point of buying Eze then?
Arteta didn't want Eze, did he?
He got 0 minutes yesterday. He's another one that's learning the system because he's all a little bit again. If we're gonna give,
he's all over the place.
Arteta didn't want Eze. I've said that from time. Arteta didn't want Eze.
Brenny has been saying that. Yes.
Yeah, but what about the phone call though that went on between them?
I have. You know what? With that, no, you know what it is. You know what, Anthony? I mean, I know about we all know about the phone call, but the impression I got was that he didn't want Eze and he didn't want Gyökeres. We knew he wanted Sesko, and you were right earlier when what you said. He did want Isaac, but I just feel Eze. He's not in love with Eze. I'm sorry, he's not. And
he's got his favourites, and
he has his favourites. And I think if we don't win this league title, favouritism will cost us at the end of the day.
Yeah,
I want to hear. I want to hear what Bobby has to say on Eze because for me it's interesting, and for me, I there was mentions in our messaging yesterday during the game that Eze was brought in as a left wing, and I said no, I don't believe he was. He was brought in as the second number 10, which is what Bobby said right at the beginning of the transfer window in the summer.
Yeah.
But yes, he can play there. But I'm interested to hear, Bobby, what are your thoughts on Eze? Because I was so annoyed that Odegaard didn't come off at 70 minutes yesterday. For Eze, at least 20 minutes for Eze.
mate, the situation with Eze. I don't know if anyone noticed, but I think it was beginning of the game. Eze and Arteta were the last two out of the dressing room, which I thought was rather interesting.
Yeah.
I'd love to know what was said between the two. I don't think you really saw Eze much on the bench either, to be fair, which is quite interesting. But yeah, look, Eze, I feel sorry for the dude. I really do. I love him to bits. Berta wanted him. I don't know any of this stuff that's said in the media, but be careful what's said in the media because I was sent something interesting today regarding Saliba, saying that Arteta spoke to Saliba and said, "Oh, this and that." No, Saliba was convinced by Berta
And Gabby.
Franke.
Was it by Gabriel as well?
Big
Not
Gabby, yeah.
really, not
I read
really.
because
There
I
was-
saw
That's what X
no
was saying
one.
earlier.
Yeah, that's what X was saying. Yeah,
No, it's more to do with look. We know what Saliba wants to do eventually in his career.
that's Real Madrid.
And
Yeah.
we're fair dues to that, but he wants to achieve something with Arsenal, and hopefully that happens this season. What happens in 2 years' time, 3 years' time, that's up to Saliba. That's his decision. You know, at the end of the day, he doesn't owe us anything. Just like we don't owe him anything, to be fair. If he wants to end at Real Madrid,
It's
that's
business.
his choice. You know, you look at Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Mbappe. You know, it's a big, massive French contingent out there. Why would he not want to go to Real Madrid right now? So you know, it's what it is. But with Eze, it's a really weird situation because Eze should fit into this system really well. But every time I see him play, we're playing him in an Odegaard role, which doesn't suit Eze at all because Odegaard and Eze are two different types of players. Even though Eze was brought in to cover Odegaard, which makes no sense to me because they're two different types of players. But every time I see Eze play, he plays like Odegaard, which makes Eze look absolutely awful. But that's not his fault because he doesn't. That's not his role. He's not a roaming midfielder. He's an attacking midfielder, who will go out to the left, go out to the right because that's what he's good at. That's how he looked dangerous at Palace. So it's going to be interesting what we do next summer. I think there could be a couple of surprise exits. I think at this rate,
all these boys we're mentioning, they are gonna play a part and win us 3 to 6 or 9 points, 7 points within these remaining games. But they're just not going to get the game time that we think they're going to get because Mikel Moreno keeps playing.
Oh, mate.
That is a big problem. He's taking up a spot off of Eze. He's taking a spot off of Mars Skelly at the moment. He's taking a spot off of potentially Zubimendi or Rice if Havertz is because we know Havertz is a Arteta favourite, so he's going to end up playing, and then Arsenal fans are going to start disliking Havertz because someone like a Zubimendi or Rice might miss out, which they shouldn't.
Players are going to miss out. Zubimendi's going to miss out. Rice is going to miss out. Odegaard's going to miss out. But that's the whole point of this. The whole point of that last summer window is players will miss out because we don't want any players at the end of the season with played 60 games.
Yeah, which is fantastic. But he's not proven.
No,
he hasn't proven through the season for that to happen. But then the counter arguments they've been injured.
Is not in the happy part of the Arsenal group at the moment. He's kind of in the doghouse a little bit. Hence why we're going to do what we're going to do in January.
Is that Marino?
Say that again.
Is that Mikel Marino's not in that happy group?
Mikel Arteta.
Yeah.
Arteta.
Yeah.
I thought you were hopefully saying Mikel Marino.
Mate. No, I haven't gotten to Marino yet. Jeez.
Hopefully he's one of those summer exits.
Well, we'll get on to him shortly because Sharvin's mentioned him. I can't remember where I was now. But
you were saying something about January.
Yeah, what's happening in January?
January we'll make a signing or two, maybe 3, because of the way that we've used our players. We're playing them way too often. Rice is struggling constantly. It's not just now. He's been struggling all season. Zubimendi empty sometimes, which is why
first season Premier League
games. Exactly. Spain is very different to England. No offense to Spain, but it is very different. You've got players that a bit homesick, which is a bit of a weird one. But so that might be an exit next summer.
Interesting.
He just
Who's
doesn't like being in this country. Doesn't like the weather. Fair
well,
dues.
Calafiori? I heard.
You'll
I
find.
no.
I heard the Black Palace.
I heard the rumor. I don't know how true it is that
Mm.
it's make or break for Calafiori this season, or we will get rid of him.
I
And
love
that was,
Palace.
yeah, no, that,
I'll be shocked with that, but yeah.
no,
interesting.
that was who's. Let me see. That was by what's his name? Mark Bell said that this could be this is either make or break for Calafiori in terms of his fitness and everything else. And if that doesn't happen,
most
then
of the
he could be. Yeah,
have been made already. There isn't many question marks for next summer. We've already kind of decided who's going, who's staying. Calafiori has already. We already know what's happening with him next season, which is why you're seeing us linked with
another left backs. Yeah,
another centre back, because Hincapié we class as a left back, which is what I want to see. I want to see Hincapié at left back. So I'm happy with that. But it does mean we need a backup left back, because we don't want to see Lewis Skelly there anymore, because Lewis Skelly will be pushed into midfield where he should be. So yeah, it's all coming into place. Right, I do want to get into these comments because we haven't even started the show as per usual. We're 50 minutes in. We're doing well here. Right, Sharvin, first half Marino didn't suit our. You know what Marino reminded me of last night? Now, I used to have a school ball when I was at because I went to a boarding school. And it reminded me of a teacher that was just walking around the dance floor whilst all the students were enjoying themselves, having a nice day. He just looked out of place all the time yesterday. He just looked so annoying.
He's just a camel. Like, it's so slow.
But this is the thing. This is not a game for him.
No.
It wasn't
too quick. Too much pace and power around him. It was like whizzing around.
But his footwork as well, when he receives the ball, it's just so slow.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, speed up.
I know.
Times I didn't see him on the pitch. It was like Denilson in the old days. Never used to see Denilson on the pitch, and he was on the pitch. Jeez.
In the 8 should have need a no-brainer considering how Enzo gets on. Happy New Year's to Sharvin. Let's hope this is our year. Come on, you Gunners.
Big up, Sharvin.
Would Arsenal block a loan to a rival? Ranieri? Are we talking about
I
Ranieri?
presume so.
Well, the team that I'm thinking of, I wouldn't class as a rival. the team that I think he's going to, I wouldn't class him as a rival.
Who's
that? Leighton Orient?
United?
It's Leighton Orient, isn't it?
Is he talking about... you can stop about Orient. If you're on about Man United, there's no story there. So yeah,
no chance.
Carl, so don't get me started on the game. Probably I've already been stopped buying a plane ticket to find certain people. Mate, look, my home team had to kind of ruin your night, mate. I'm sorry. I think we need a special shout out to Trossard this season. I wanted him gone last time.
Yeah.
If it meant we could get a top left winger, but he's proven me wrong. Please continue. He will continue for another 6 months. Then next summer we'll see. Happy New Year to all. Wishing you all the best in New Year. Hopefully we get some silverware under our belt too. Doesn't fit the system. Don't know why. There is a solution somewhere or inside. There will be a solution, and there is one, and hopefully it all pans out. We have to see it first, but I'm sure from knowing I've been lucky enough to watch Havertz before he signed for Chelsea, and I know he's got it in him to play behind a striker of Gyökeres's stature. Because I think, if I'm Anthony, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't it Schick that was the striker in front of Havertz? Or am I wrong?
Patrick Schick, yeah,
it was Schick.
Yeah, Patrick Schick is a big fella. And someone that we actually, funny enough, we were linked to a couple of seasons ago because he was a player that we liked. So it could work, and I do think it will.
Can't Jesus play with him?
Well, see,
because I've been asking for that for a few weeks. Obviously, it's up to Arteta, but I really do believe that could work.
I personally think a front four of Jesus on the left. Sorry, Martinelli and Trossard, but this is my front four.
I agree.
Sod you all. Jesus, Havertz, Gyökeres, Saka. I think that works beautifully. Saka personally is very close to the guillotine because I personally would love to see Matthew Ake on the right as well, but Saka is star boy, so what the hell do I have to say about that?
Wow, that frustrated me last night as well.
Apart from his corners,
Oh, he was awful.
Much.
Yeah. Gyökeres is suffering from confidence issue. He needs the Havertz treatment 2023-24.
Yeah.
Agree. Agree. Ekatike or Voltemada would have suited us in hindsight. Voltemada was someone that we did like, but at the time we all assumed he was going to Bayern Munich because everyone was guaranteed he was going there. And for some reason it didn't happen. Went to Newcastle for a lot of money, which we weren't willing to pay. I think 40 million was our tops. So way too expensive for us. Not as in we couldn't afford him, it's just we weren't going to pay that money. That's ridiculous. Can't blame Berta. We went for the 9 with the best goal record. Gyökeres is quite clumsy and feels like he's rushing every chance he gets. Honestly, I feel he's trying too hard, overthinking. He has to think a lot, which he doesn't really need to do beforehand. We'll get it. We'll get it. I'm confident we'll get it. I really am. We will never get an Isaac with 130 million quid. 100 million was our tops with Isaac. Give him till the end of the season. Exactly. I'm not worried until next season, personally. You watched Odegaard yesterday and came to this conclusion, Odegaard. Is that regarding... Didn't someone say Odegaard wasn't fantastic or something? I don't know.
I thought he was good.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good game yesterday, personally, for him. It wasn't his best game, but I thought he was very good yesterday.
But I think Anthony was talking more about last season and then coupled with this season's performances, not just last night.
I'm with Anthony on this. I don't think he suits our system because he's quite slow sometimes with his decisions. Sometimes he can be really quick, don't get me wrong. Sometimes he is. But there are sometimes I do think he divers way too long. It's kind of annoying. I'll be honest, Havertz, Rice and Mendy isn't creative enough unless both of your wingers are creative. That combo won't work all the time. Trouble at yes, there is trouble at Chelsea. Big one. If Big Carey is sold after 2 seasons, I will lose it. We also, it's more down to the player as well. Don't forget, we can't just keep players if they're not happy themselves. And it's not with the club itself. Some people just aren't happy, in certain different countries. That's fine. I have no issues with this personally. 3 non-negotiable signings we need in January summer. Rice profile, creative winger on the left. Timber cover, can't trust White. Fullback will be signed. A new midfielder will come in.
What in this window, Bobby, or just in over the next?
Don't forget, Sharvin has put January/summer. So
that's right.
I'm saving myself because I'm answering Sharvin's question in the way he's asked it. In the way that he's asked it, I'm going yes. Creative winger on the left, yes, definitely. Next summer. I would be very, very surprised if it happens in January, but you never know what might happen. There are situations that are arising with certain people not agreeing to new contracts and all this kind of stuff. There's one other person that is not as happy as the club that we thought he was, and there's a possibility the door might open there. You never know. There's many things that could happen. It's
Bobby, I want to be in your brain.
Happy New Year from Den. Wishing you all the best of 2026 and hopefully a trophy or 2 for the Arsenal too. I want 4. Happy New Year, Mo. Odegaard showing 22-23 form last 2 games. Talk about your Martin Odegaard impressions as well. Where is he versus Martin 23-24? I think, to be honest, I think Dan's put it perfectly there. The last 2 games, he's been that, but last 2 games, that's it.
Yeah. To be honest, this season is like, again, these are excuses, but it's a fact. He's had 3 shoulder injury, came back, shoulder injury after 20 minutes when it was Eze, Odegaard, and Rice midfield, I think it was, against West Ham. Then he was injured. Then he got a knee injury for 2 months. So it's been a very extremely stop-start season for him.
Well.
Why won't we buy an explosive forward? Because at the end of the day, we have our sights on... when I say this, I'm being very careful. So we're only going to sign one of them, but we are keeping an eye on 2 specific players. Very explosive, very exciting forwards. If an option comes up in January where, if we don't do it, then someone else is going to get him, then obviously we'll have to do it. But I do think next summer is where we get him, personally. If we're going to talk about, I know someone's going to mention Yildiz at some point. Yildiz, I'm still 95% sure I know where he's going to be next season. And I'm still confident on that at the moment. Nothing's changed. No, I'm not going to. DGM players feeling homesick. Well, exactly. If people feel we're homesick, that's fine. Let them go. When you're an explosive forward player, we will get one. We will. Alvarez's dream next summer, says Sharvind. I kind of see where you're coming from, but not for me. Explosive sign is Ali, by the way. Congratulations on the move, mate. Right, let's actually talk about the game. This we'll probably covered most of it now, but you'll see the bits that I'm annoyed with very shortly. So this was the starting lineup. So I've got feedback again, people. Who's got me in the background? Because I can
Nope.
I hate hearing myself.
Not me.
And I hate hearing myself saying it.
No, it's not me.
All right. Right. So the lineup for Villa, as I said, weak defence, and it showed. That was a horrid
shocking.
defence for midfield. Tielemans, I expected that. Sancho, I don't get it. I don't understand why they played him. Rodgers, I thought he was really off yesterday. To be fair,
He was.
plays as the cam, doesn't suit him personally. Put him out on the left wing, but it is what it is. Arsenal, yeah, we've covered it pretty much. To be fair, we've covered all this as well. To be fair.
Yep.
It was. Look, I love Gabriel, and what I will say about this, Martinez just shut up because he was moaning for such a long time after that, and I'm like, what are you on about, you absolute moron?
I think that's more of a Arsenal fan versus player or manager. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Martinez and Arsenal more than Unai Emery and Arsenal fans. I don't know. I think we've got that the wrong way round.
Yeah, well, he started trolling before the game.
He does it to himself. Yeah. He does it to himself.
When he was doing the splits.
He loves it. Let's be honest. Right, possession-wise, I wasn't expecting this. I did think it would be very close, but I wasn't expecting Villa to get the majority of the possession, to be fair. But they did, 54%. Not that they did much with it at the end. 22 shots for ourselves, 7 on target, 11 shots for them, 3 on target. We had 6 big chances. 4 big chances were missed. 5 big chances for Villa, 4 big chances were missed. It was a very entertaining game for the neutral, I'd say, personally. They hit the woodwork twice. We had 5 shots outside the box. Not much really to talk about on that one. XG, I'm fairly happy with this. This is not where I'm really moaning about. Their set play was hilarious, 0.01. XG from a set play. Absolutely hilarious, that is. Passing actually 86, 87 Villa, decent enough. Their crosses were poor. Ours were decent, 42%, which is much better normally. Other than that, not much. Yeah, not much on that one either, to be fair. Tackles, clearances, about the same. This is why I'm annoyed, and this is going to annoy the data team and all the people that study this game back, because this is not good enough. Losing duels can never happen, ever. When you are trying to go for trophies and titles and cup wins, you can't lose duels. We didn't just lose duels in ground; we lost them in the aerial as well. And I'll be honest, thinking about their team, they haven't got many that are that good in the air. Konza's not the greatest. Lindelof, yeah. So I don't.
Onana was the only one, really.
And he went off at half time.
That's right.
But don't forget,
these stats look like the first half. How I saw the first half. We were second to pretty much everything. There was no build. They were running through us on the transitions.
But don't forget, we've got Mikel Merino, the dual monster, apparently.
Oh God.
Hang on. Was his stats meant to be really good yesterday? I'm going to have the fun looking him up now. Let's have a look at him. Let's look at Merino. So how many duels did he have yesterday, do we reckon?
None, because he just kept getting what they knew he weren't there.
So I didn't see him.
It was like a ghost.
I didn't see him.
Guess banter aside, I think 6.
I reckon. Right, let's have a look. He had 8 duels. 9 in total actually. 9 duels.
Okay.
Won 5.
He probably won those 5. He probably won 4 of those in the
Accidentally.
second half.
Yeah.
Who said accidentally?
Me. he
Neil.
probably did. He probably did it accidentally by falling over.
Jesus.
He won his only aerial duel. If he was up against Buendia, that would surprise me. 4 ground duels out of 8. Yeah, he just wasn't very good. I just don't look. I've said enough about that dude anyway, as it is. Top performers. This is according to obviously my.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, obviously the highest scorers is obviously because he got goals and assists.
Yeah.
So obviously that's why
he was active in the first half as well.
But Gabriel was just lovely, lovely.
He's mustard.
I'm so glad he's back.
I love it.
Brady's known me long enough now. He knows how much I love Gabriel. I've always been a Gabriel fan. He's just my type of defender. No shit to take.
No nonsense.
And I noticed him say things to Hincape, which I love.
Yes.
Obviously, South American.
That was quality.
Countries as well, but
I would also
really good friendship.
I would also like to throw in there that I was really impressed with Hincape yesterday.
Yes,
defensively.
Yeah, he's a brilliant player.
I was very impressed by his forward roll on the left wing in the second half. You see that?
Yeah.
When he slipped, unfortunately, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
lucky he didn't get injured, and lucky we were only 2 up or whatever it was.
Yeah. Most touches, Konza on 88, Bogart on 70, then Odegaard on 65, Zubimendi on 60, Lindelof on 59. Right, that was starting on. So let's get into player ratings, guys. Ali's on top, so Ali gets Raya.
8 out of 10. That save he made in the 92nd minute or whatever, however he stopped that. That was ridiculous. I mean, and then he's also commanding controls. That was the McGinn one, yes.
Oh, in all fairness to Raya, I for some reason McGinn literally put it towards Raya. I don't know.
Yeah, literally, and he was like, "Oh my god!" And then the reaction. But again, from that close, he's got an amazing. He's got an amazing. I don't know, that calmness he's brought to that back line. He's just quality, man. And he's going to save us a lot more points as the season goes on. 8 out of 10.
Well, this is the thing. Again, he was another signing that people weren't keen on. But again, that was people who watched him at Brentford. I got to watch him at Blackburn as well. So you've got to look at him at a longer longevity, for a longer time than just looking at him at one club or one season, some people. Neil, you get Timber.
I mean, I didn't think he had the best game yesterday, but he's just so solid. Without him, we look a worse team. I think him, the connections he's built up with all the players, not just Saka, Odegaard. I think he's just a demon down that right wing. But again, I don't think he had the best game yesterday, so I'm going to go with like a 6.5.
Okay, 6 or 7 because I don't do halves.
Okay, 7.
7, thank you. Anthony, you get Saliba.
Come on.
8 out of 10.
Fair enough.
8 out of 10. You know,
that interception in that first half.
Yeah.
That's a goal.
Yeah.
The way he done that intelligence is to touch the ball, not to, so it goes away from the goal, but just delicate enough on the angle so it goes past the player as well, out for a corner.
Yeah. Well,
to do all that at high speed, that was impressive.
Well, it was good to see both of them back together, you know what I'm saying, because when Gabby's around, Saliba looks a bit more calmer and composed. Okay. So, 8 out of 10 for me in terms of,
That's fine. Yep. Brenny, you get Gabriel.
4.
9. He wasn't my man in the match last night. He was that was someone else who you probably all know. But for me,
Marino.
Oh god, yeah. Marino gets 11 out of 10. You know what I mean? No, Gabriel, for me, the first half, I thought there were times like, when Villa was cutting us open like Anchor, and there was time where even I know it's like Sleep was relied upon, and every time they went forward at times, Gabriel was just jogging back. Maybe he's thinking Saliba will deal with it, and I'm like, no, that's not the way, because I've seen it happen before with City when Haaland scored against us, and I don't care who you are, you've got to kill yourself to get back, right? In that regard, I thought the second half, he rocketed to 9 because he was just explosive in the second half. I'm not talking about the goal. Let's even if he wasn't involved in that goal, for me, it was his defending. It was a lot better in the second half in terms of Saliba had that block, like you say, in the first half, and then there was another one in the second half where I can't remember if it was Rodgers who took the shot, and
It was
Rodgers, wasn't it? And then there was one, and then Saliba basically turned away from it. I'm like, what are you turning away for? He turned away from it, and it was and then Gabriel, and then turned away, expecting the ball maybe to the ricochet of him. He turned away from it, but Gabriel looked at the ball and he was like, "Oh, have some of that." It's like he took one for the team, even if it hurt, and it went off for a corner. And that is, and I've played as a centre half before, even though I've played more as a striker, and that's what you got to do. You got to put your body on the line. You got to put your bodies on the line and take one for the team. And what Gabriel did for me, he rocketed up to a 9 when I saw that, but he was so solid. But 9 for me.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Ali, you getting Cape?
This kid's quality, man. I mean, he's one of these players where you want your defenders and certain players on the pitch. If you don't talk about them, they've done well, and he falls into that category. He's not gonna get the plaudits like a Saliba or a Gabriel because they're the main 2 centre backs. But this guy is his first season, opposite of a Gyökeres. He's hit the ground running with his defending. He understands the pace of the league. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, because it's like the Bundesliga.
I would have given him a 9.
Yeah, it's like the Bundesliga to him.
Yeah. He's loving it. Neil, you get Zubi.
Good. I'm just happy I haven't got Marino. Zubi again. I think he's an unsung hero yesterday. I know he got the goal, which was brilliantly finished, by the way. But I think he was more than that. I think when he switched to that box to box midfielder, I think he just creates spaces. His passing is fantastic, and I think he had a really good game. So I'd give him a 9.
Okay, awesome stuff. Anthony, you get Odegaard.
Marino, he gets
Marino.
Oh yeah, sorry, Marino. Sorry,
Anthony's got the best player on the pitch.
I don't want Marino. We trying to palm me on to Marino, man. Bobby, man. I think we're Bob brothers, man. What's going on?
I'm looking at a different list on my pad. That's what it is. So yes, Anthony, you get Marino. Sorry, mate.
No, that's fine. Not impressive him in the first half. Not one bit. Yeah, he just let Onana just run through that midfield like it was just nothing, no presence, and his stupid tackle as well. Like really, there was no need.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. There was no need because like you could have got sent off for that. You know what I'm saying. You could have got sent off for that. So I'll give him a 6 out of 10, and that's just me being. That's just me being generous. A 6 out of 10. For me, and when put it this way, when Declan Rice is not in the squad and you put Mourinho there, you can see that we missed Declan Rice yesterday.
Oh hell yeah!
Massively, and it's just like, Arteta wanted the Real Sociedad front trio in it. You know what I'm saying? Even though Odegaard wasn't there wasn't for a long duration of time, but yeah, there was no command in that area from him at all. He just blasé with him like he always does, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, 6 out of 10 for me.
I would have preferred Jovia playing in that position, mate.
Yeah, Nicolas Jova.
I'd have played Christian Norgard in the 6 and in the 8.
Well, like I said, this is why I've been advocate for Berta's Italian. Go back to Italy. Go to a team who wear black and white. Go and give it up French Don in the midfield and go and bring him to the carpet. Pay some power because we need someone else who can, do that. If Declan Rice is injured, we need someone who's got pace and power. And I've always said, Kefren Turam is one of the players that I don't know why we didn't go for him before Juventus did. We should have got him because it's a like for like. Declan Rice is not there, the levels don't drop. Every time Marino's in the midfield, the levels drop. We missed Declan Rice massively yesterday. One pass. If Aston Villa was more clinical, that pass through the midfield, straight through, it's a goal.
We would have been 2-0 down.
Exactly. And because we don't have it in the box in the midfield, we don't have the physicality in the midfield. When Declan Rice goes down, who do we have? You can't play Norgard there because Norgard's a defensive midfielder. I saw we tried Zubimendi at left day and Norgard played played a 6 role. Again, experimenting with that like the manager always does, but go get me a proper midfielder in January.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
PB, you get Odegaard.
8 out of 10. I thought that through ball for Zubimendi is the type of through balls he should be playing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And they're the type of through balls that Eze would try and be playing because I do. You see, with Odegaard, we always want him to have these consistent performances, but I feel with a lot of fans because he's the manager's favourite, they just go with it, and there's times where he can disappoint you. I hope he continues the form. I really do. I mean, everyone knows I prefer Eze in the 10 to him. He's a lot more industrious and a lot more adventurous than he is. But you want to they're the types of balls you want to see going through to say that he likes the Gyökeres. I'm sure when Havertz and Jesus, obviously when he start games, he'll be threading those types of balls to him as well. But it was more attacking from him yesterday. He weren't sideways like he normally likes to do his sideways pass, and didn't really see any of that yesterday. And long may it continue. It was a really good performance.
Awesome stuff. Ali, you get Saka.
It's funny, just quickly, this stream that we've just done, it's just made me realise personally that we've got an amazing squad, but we don't have like for like options coming off the bench.
Exactly.
So it's a contradiction of actually what the philosophy is, because you got Gyökeres that's come in, but then you got Jesus and Havertz, then you got Marino playing in Rice's role, and then that's a continuation a little bit all over the place. So we got fantastic names and talented footballers, but the talent ID seems to be mishmashed up. So I think this is another reason why we're getting certain individuals not performing to the highest level or to their capability. Saka, for me, going back to the game last night, I'll give him 5 out of 10.
Okay, fair enough.
Because I expect so much more from him. He got the corner. Terrible connection for his header. He didn't even header the ball. When Odegaard, for second touch for the third goal, whips it in nicely. Lovely bend on it. Awful header. Skims it backwards. Ends up with Timber, who then lays it off for Trossard. So lucky we got away with that and it ended up being a goal. But he should have got that on target, or at least get his head on it cleanly.
Okay.
At the far post.
Neil, you get Trossard?
A solid 9, I think. I mean, he's been an outstanding. I was one of the people that wanted him gone in the summer, but I eat my words because he's been outstanding this season. I think as a player we bought sort of as our second choice. Wow, what a player! I think he's been great this season. Absolutely phenomenal.
Excellent stuff. Anthony, this was not planned.
Oh, it's falling well.
You see, I'm kind of torn Like, is this his best game from since he's come back from injury? No. Better, in this game than the other games that he's had from since he's come back from injury. For me, 6.5 out of 10.
Okay, 6 or 7. I don't do 0.5.
Yeah, don't do
Okay.
points.
All right,
7.
6. And give him, I'll give him
That's
6
fair.
out of 10.
Okay.
Again, he massively needs to work up on his hold up play. I saw him 1 or 2 times drop to the floor. I'm just like, use your strength to your, to your ability. Use it. It's like you just get bullied over by the defenders. Like, what sort of upper body strength, is it for show?
Mm.
I'm bigger than him, and yeah, I can still, shoulder barge off a defender. Like, who did he do that to against in United? I can't remember what person it was. What's the Dutch defender called again?
Van Dijk.
Oh
No,
For
no.
who?
for Man
United.
United.
Yeah, United.
Dutch
Hey, from
defender.
Bayern.
Yeah, Delete. That's it.
Delete.
When he barged him off the ball, showed him, I'm just like, bro, use your physicality to your advantage. Barge defenders off the ball, but it's just like you're looking weak right now. And yes, I know some of the headers that header that he had, the opportunity, the other chance that he had. I'm just like, yeah, you really need to start getting your shooting boots on, because if you're not lucky, you're gonna be down the pecking order. You know what I'm saying? People are calling it a flop of the season already, but again, performance was better. So again, it's just consistency with him. He needs to work diligently on that training ground with the team in terms of getting up to speed, because we're 19 games in, you're not showing me anything, you know, you're not showing me anything new.
Yeah.
You still
That's
think
fair
you're
enough.
playing like you're in Portugal. But yeah, 6 for me.
Okay, fair enough, mate. Brenny, you get Norgard.
Cool, yes.
Norgard gets just what, a standard 6. I don't think he did anything wrong when he came on.
No.
I actually wanted him to start the game.
Are you going to
know,
give a
yeah.
man 6 and you just, what, for
What's
6?
that?
It's different people's averages, so people have
It's just
different
average, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I've used 6 as an
you know what I
average.
mean?
It's
So-
fine. It's everyone has their own different averages. To be fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm used to
And
it.
also for me, it's like he didn't do anything wrong when he came on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it was a case of, he came on and then he made a couple of errors, or or he just wasn't pulling his weight for the 20 minutes, then I'll just give him a standard 5. So
Yeah, exactly.
I think he's a really, really good player. He's played for how many seasons in the Premier League? You know what I
6.
mean? And
5, 6.
he's just, and I just, it's a 6.
Okay.
I'm a fan of his.
He's
No, fair
solid,
enough.
man. He'd always give you 6, 7 out of 10.
Ali,
Mhm.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Oh.
Improving every game.
Love this guy.
7 out of 10?
Okay.
I believe
Getting
in
there.
Jesus.
Yeah. It was wicked.
Neil, you get Lewis Skelly.
I mean, to be fair, he didn't do much when he came on, but I rate him as a player. Again, I'd give him a standard sort of 6. He didn't do anything wrong.
That's fine.
Didn't really have much time.
No.
Solid.
The next two, obviously, they didn't come on for long enough. So Madueke came on for Saka, and White came on for Timber. White
Saka should have gone off at 3-0.
Well,
Yeah.
Yep.
White was only about 80% fit, so personally, I wouldn't have even played with White. But there we go.
Again, that's a strange decision then. So what is he doing?
I don't know.
Given the
Arteta's
minutes
a
in it.
strange guy, man.
Obviously, the guys have had their says about their ratings. These are mine. So, player of the match for me was Gabriel. Everyone knows
Gabby.
he made
Yes.
such a difference for us at set pieces as well. And I'm going to mention Gyökeres because I think Anthony joined us just after my little mini rant about Gyökeres. Gyökeres for me was the reason that we got the first 2 goals because Gyökeres pulled Konsa to the side, which allowed us to Mendy that space, and that set piece was all from him. He started it by passing it back to Saka, then it went back to him, and it went. Then he pushed it out to Timber. I remember. I hear the commentary. I love the commentary because I just thought, you absolute bellend. So how about you just have your own opinion? Oh, I should have done that because Timber shouldn't have made it. Well, Timber got a corner out of it, so Gyökeres should have done the pass because we got a corner out of it. So shut up, you knobhead. Whoever that was. Who was it last night?
Yes, Bobby. Get
Was it
in there,
Alan
my
Smith?
boy.
Was it Alan Smith
It was
last night?
it was
It
Alan
was
Smith.
Yeah. Honestly,
Co-commentating.
he is a dickhead sometimes. I have to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with our
I'm
legendary
sure you've
smudger.
told him at some points as well.
Yeah. And Trossard, obviously, I've got to mention him because he was outstanding last night. That
He was my man of the match last night.
I had a feeling.
Yeah,
it was,
for
to
me.
be fair.
Mm.
But
He
yeah,
was consistent even in the first half. He was the one who created those 2 chances for
Yeah.
Gyökeres.
the most important.
He was brilliant the entire game.
The Trossard thing for me, which is I have a go at Saka about this all the time. When you're up against a not so strong fullback, Bogart is not a fullback. Trossard knew this, and he took advantage of that all night.
He did.
And that is what Saka needs to do. If you're up against someone that is either on a yellow card or someone that's clearly not a left back, take the piss out of him.
But he doesn't.
I'm a fullback, and I expected that out of you know some winger that was top-notch winger in whatever league I was in. I'd expect them to try and take the piss out of me until I give them a couple of kicks and they go, "Oh bollocks," you know. But it's just one of those things. And Trossard took the piss out of Bogart last night, and I loved it, every moment of it.
And I also think Trossard's the one keeping. I think Trossard. It's hard to drop him and bring Eze in if that's where they want to play him.
Yeah,
because Trossard's playing so well.
No, Eze is not a left winger. I don't
want to see him on the left wing.
I don't understand this narrative of what Arsenal fans are saying.
I hate when he plays there for England as well.
Do you know what? I think it's because he was our last signing, and then that was the only real gap that the Arsenal fans see.
Yeah.
And then it's just become a thing of left wing, middle, left wing, middle.
The fact that the 2 left wingers that we are looking at, I can promise you, those Arsenal fans better come out and shut up and apologise, because seriously, the ones we're looking at excite me. If we get, I don't mind which one of these 2 we get, to be fair, because they both are exciting.
One of them plays in the same. Sorry to cut you there, Bobby. Doesn't one of them playing? If it's who I think you're talking about, he plays in 2. He plays in multiple positions, doesn't he?
Both of them do, actually, mate.
Yeah. Okay. I know which. I know which one. Yeah.
Plays in France.
Okay, so we know which 2 they are.
Right. I know which. I know the one in Italy, the one in France.
We played against it next year, probably. I guess.
Is it
in the semi-final Champions League?
Is it PSG?
Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah, it
is it? It's PSG.
Neil's screaming here.
No,
we know it.
Oh, so it's okay.
Tell me it's that dude with the name I can't pronounce. Like
the other one.
A lot easier.
Such a good player, mate. Oh my god,
he's outstanding. Yeah.
So
I want to quickly rate the Villa players. What Anthony has a little think. Martinez 3, Bogart 4.
Yeah.
Lindelof 4,
Anthony.
Digne 4,
Yeah.
Lana 7, Tillemans 5, Sancho 5, Rogers 6. I'm sorry, but he was awful. Buendia 6, Watkins I thought was outstanding again.
Yeah, he's a menace, man.
I love watching.
Brilliant player.
The bench players, McGinn 7. He was outstanding when he came on. I know we dominate that second half, but I just love him. He just.
I'm glad he played well, because then everyone would have said, "Oh, Onana, we missed Onana,
Yeah.
McGinn came on, and they was pretty much the same. I thought.
Yeah. Garcia, didn't see the point of that substitution, if I'm honest.
Yeah, that was strange.
Marlon, really good player. He's one of those that I've always said I think we shouldn't have got rid of.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Hemmings and Gimo, to be fair, they actually look quite good. I know they didn't have long, but I actually quite impressed with them, to be fair. But in all fairness, Villa have got a great youth,
good academy,
themselves, because they basically pinched the whole of Birmingham. I live up. No, that's actually true. They literally nick every single person from every borough of Birmingham. And look, it works for them, so good on them. Anthony, have you worked it out?
Yeah. I know. We was looking. There was talk about him previously.
But would he say the names out without you confirming them?
I know
always,
which.
I always recommend that you have a chocolate bar with a Coca-Cola. It's always quite.
Yeah, I
good
know.
to do that.
Yeah.
There we
No,
go.
I know who it was. It was just I know who it was, but will he come to us though? That's the
Well,
question.
the thing
He's,
is,
he's unhappy.
with the chocolate bar on Coca-Cola, sometimes you can fall
Yeah.
out with the French, and not
Okay.
have to be living in France. Sometimes you want to go to England, and there's a lovely channel tunnel that goes between us.
Yeah.
So who knows? But
we
in all
can give them
fairness,
color. We can give them color.
I love Callum, man. I love Callum.
Calla will be
Yeah.
going back to Italy if he's going to go anywhere.
Oh,
He'll go back to
Jacob.
Italy. He needs his son, which I don't blame him. To be fair, I live here. I know how
He's a
the
pretty
weather's
boy,
like.
isn't he?
It's horrendous.
He likes it.
Well, it's obviously his partner as well. So, right, let's do quick ratings with Mikel before we wrap it up and enjoy the rest of our evening. Ali, your rating for Mikel?
4 out of 10.
Okay. Neil?
I knew that would impress
I don't need
Anthony there.
context, honestly, guys. I don't need context. Just give me numbers, and that's fine.
We've spoken about it enough, so 4 out of 10. You know why?
6.
6, fair enough. Anthony?
6.
6. PB?
He gets 6 out of 10.
6. Okay, cool. Cool. Well done, everyone. Thank you.
Just
very much.
quickly, the 4 out of 10, because I was the only one that gave that, is because the starting lineup wasn't happy with Marino in it.
Yeah, but who else are you going to play though? This is the thing. We don't have another left 8. You can't play as. You can't play as.
Zubimendi can play there.
Zubimendi should have played
Norgard,
there
I'd have
because
brought
that's
him
where he
in.
plays for Spain.
Norgard, you
And
can't play left
Norgard
8.
should have started.
No, Norgard
No,
6.
no, Norgard, he plays 6.
Oh,
Yeah,
Norgard 6 and Zubimendi.
Norgard 6, Zubimendi as an 8, Odegaard, he's not going to pick Eze, is he? So
No,
that would have been the
exactly.
3. And then when we were winning 2-0, 3-0, he wasn't making the subs quick enough. And then Bobby just said at the end there, Ben White's 80% fit. So why is he even coming onto the pitch when you're 3-0 up?
Just give him an E because he needs. That's
No,
the thing.
80% fit. That means like he shouldn't be even on the bench.
No, but if you're 80, no, but hold on. If he was like 50% fit, he shouldn't be on the bench. But if you're 80%, you're 20% there, in it to 100. So you might as well just give him a little run out. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're 8% fit,
yeah, but is that for match fitness, Bobby?
It is for match fitness.
From his injury.
That's for match fitness. Like at the end of the day,
I'm talking about if he's 80% fit in my head, he don't need games to get match fit.
Of course, you're going to need games to get
physically fit.
Yeah, but you're going to need games though. But you're going to need games though, innit?
Yeah, he hasn't been out for that long, and for me, it was a pointless. It was a pointless sub at that point.
Not necessarily. You
Bring
need
on
to
somebody else. Bring on somebody else, man.
Who are you going to bring on a right back?
Get Madueke more minutes. Get Eze on the pitch.
But hold on. Who you going to? But who?
83rd minute.
So who are you going to play? Who are you going to play at right back then, Ali? Because we don't have no right back beside him and Timber. Unless you're going to bring in the kids. Who are you going to play at right back?
Timber.
Yeah, he did sub off Timber. Yeah, he did sub off Timber and bring on Tim and he brought on. He subbed off Timber because don't forget Tim has literally just come back from from injury. So he subbed him off and he brought on Ben White.
He had a knock. They were protecting him. He wasn't. I don't think he was injured. Timber, muscle fatigued. You play him this week. You've got 4 days off from Tuesday to Saturday or whenever we play next. You play him against Bournemouth, and then there's another break. Good solid break in between. 4 or 5 days of recovery. You play him against Liverpool, and then you don't play him against Portsmouth. That's it. Manage your team. He's not managing his squad properly. It's as simple as that. He's overusing certain players like Declan Rice. He's overusing people like Zubimendi. You're not using Norgard enough. Norgard could have easily come on at halftime. He should have started that game, but you don't trust the players that you brought in the summer. You don't trust Eze. You don't trust Madueke. You don't trust any of these players. So what's the point of having a big squad then?
I'd have started Noni yesterday.
And then Anthony, what you're saying is not wrong. What you're saying is not wrong, but he's managing wrong players at the wrong time and bringing on players when they're half ready to play.
Yeah, I get that, but you have to look at it this way. I don't know what the situation is with Noni. Like, yes, Nani should have played yesterday. Like 65 minutes, give him a runner because putting him on 83 minutes, I'm just like, what are you doing? Benny, was it a hamstring that he had or whatever?
It was a knee.
So a knee,
Ben White. It was a hamstring.
yeah. Oh yeah, hamstring. Obviously, you take off Timber, you bring on, Ben White, like for like
Timber's
replacement
durable,
there.
bro. Timber's a strong boy. Unless
Yeah,
Bobby
Timber's
got some,
but don't forget we've overplayed Timber to a point that remember last season what did Timber come and
facts, but
said?
we didn't have no backup.
Yeah, exactly. So now that unless you're going to go into the transfer market again and go get another person who can play across the back line going forwards, you get where I'm coming from because I said it. I said it on the discourse. Our whole back line is injury prone, each and every one of them. I would rather go for another defender than go for an attack. Go for a winger. We need cover.
That's why I'd rather get Ben White because I know he's becoming injury prone. So that was a pointless 10 minutes of his.
I think that's because Ben White had to overplay in 2 seasons.
Correct.
I think Ben White up until end of last season wasn't very injury prone. I thought he was, probably one of the least injury prone people. But it goes down to Arteta effectively overplaying his favourites.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
And that's the thing is like the left 8 position again. What I was saying is that I would have got someone like a Kefren Turam for that left 8 position in the summer, even though Berta wanted to split the money in terms of how many players he wanted because we couldn't have done what we did last season. Last season we had 20 odd injuries.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand he buy the players, but that left 8 was key. That we was missing out a person from that left 8 position. I know that we was players that we was looking at, etc., etc. Are we going to do it? Now into tomorrow, in terms of like Ruben Neves or whoever, is that going to be a thing? We need to get someone in because I'm seeing one little 20-year-old boy that was supposed to be looking at. I'm like, is that the answer? Bobby, just shed some light on that regarding this 20-year-old kid that was supposed to be looking at, please.
Is that Mendoza or the Argentinian dude?
Mendoza.
No, yeah, Mendoza.
Elche. Is it Elche?
Elche, Elche, something like that. But yeah, that 20-year-old that was supposed to be looking at. What's the situation with that?
He is someone that we're very keen on. So yeah, I would say don't be too excited about the midfielder. Berta is currently spinning multiple plates, which is why you're seeing multiple midfielders linked. I do think we have a favourite, and I think we'll get him. And I will be honest, I know quite a lot of the people in Discord. They're not going to be happy. So it is what it is. But I do agree with what we're trying to do.
But Bobby, I have one more question, mate, and then I'm going to shoot off and disappear. Because the squad seems quite bloated, I know, with Nwaneri, I think a loan will happen, and I think that's a given. He's not getting any game time. But are we going to need to see players either go on loan or sold in for the January transfer window for many people to come in?
Yeah, we have to get rid of bodies, but as I said, I explained this on a show a couple of shows ago. It doesn't necessarily mean they have to go now. If we can agree a deal for someone to leave in the summer, and that means like a Zubi kind of situation or a Rice situation where we know they're definitely going to be coming or leaving, then we can make a move. But until that happens, we can't make a move. When Neri leaves, a midfielder comes in my opinion. I know people that don't particularly like Mendoza, and that's fine. But Mendoza is very versatile. Not only can he play as an attacking midfielder, can he play as a centre midfielder, he can also do as a DM. So he will be covering multiple roles in that midfield.
Is he physical, Bobby? Is he a big, strong lad for his age?
He's only 20 years old, isn't it?
He
doesn't look.
In terms of height, is he a big lad?
He's 6'4".
6 foot. Yeah, he's
6'4".
He's decent. Honestly, we've done enough work on him to know how good he is, and we believe if this is the person that we go with, we've done enough work to go. Yeah, that kid's going to do enough. Ignore the age. Ignore that he's not a shiny, brand new.
Boy.
He's not a big name.
At the end of the day, sometimes you just can't get those type of players. If there's and I've always said this about us, if there's a market opportunity, go and get him. This kid is going to cost about less than 20 million quid.
Right.
And he's going to cover a lot of roles. And it then allows us not to ruin what is, I've always said, is our summer plans, which are really important. We have to.
All right, Bobby, I'm sorry, I lied. There's one more. Do you expect a biggish name? Do you expect
Welcome to the transfer window, baby.
do you expect a biggish name signing in January or not?
No.
Okay.
I will be very surprised if a situation changes, and I've said this, the situations can change. Currently, there are situations that are developing with both the left wingers that could open a door in January, but at the moment, I don't think so. And someone would have to leave in that position as well.
I think the best way to define this window is it's going to be smart signings. It's not going to be wow. It's not going to be wow. It's amazing. So the only way I trust this process is because of Andrea Berta, nobody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's going to get more right than he is wrong.
Ignore the media when it comes to Mikel, because they're going to say, "Oh, Mikel did this. Mikel gave his mum some kind of fruit hamper or something." There's going to be some load of bollocks that's put out there about Arteta. Fine, whatever. But trust me, Berta does his work. Timmy, everyone gets a 10 except Berkeres. Drossard, man of the match. Arteta gets a 10, win or leave. Club substandard 8. Mourinho gets a 10, Timmy. Seriously. Dan says, yes, Bobby, like I said, I want that form till May. Someone has told him he can win a draw and shoot again. Who knew? Emery acting like a big baby, not shaking Arteta's hand, then it tried to lie about it. Yeah, he's a bit. Well, you know why he tried to lie about it? It's because he doesn't want to get the fine because he's going to
get walloped
for that.
But he said he was too cold. That was crazy.
I was burning up. When I saw that this morning, I was in stitches. I was like, really? The man just like,
no.
He's based in Birmingham. Trust me, it's colder up here than it is down there. Jesus. I can tell you that. AFC plays Man City last day of the league campaign. I hope it does not become a Tottenham. That won't happen. So I'm not worried about that. Big up to James for reposting the stream. That Boxing Day cricket finished. I'll be honest. I forgot about the cricket. I'll be honest.
We won.
Bournemouth on Saturday. Hope Howard Webb is not game at Bournemouth.
Oh God.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do. We need to save our left back going to the byline more and overlap. Too much of these inverting all these days. We are looking at a proper left back.
God, yeah. Sick of it.
Marino, best player. What?
Oh, he escaped. Yeah.
Right, just so everyone fully aware, I did not say that. I was just reading out Sharvin's. Okay, I did not say that. Oh my God, I can't believe I fell for that one. There was more intensity in the second half when Brenny played football 1860.
Oh God!
Wow, Timmy. Oh, okay, interesting.
Oh dear.
Right, an issue there. Player 2025 award for the calendar year goes to.
I played in the 80s.
Strongest shouts. Very quickly, who's your 2025 award, everybody? Very quickly, because we do need to wrap this up. Ali?
What for Arsenal Player of the Year?
Yeah, calendar year. So calendar year.
I'll go for Big
that's
Gabby.
easy.
Big Gabby, I'll go for.
Okay, Neil?
Rice.
Thank you. Anthony?
Rice.
Brenny, if you don't say baby now, I'm going to be so disappointed in you.
Marino.
You get that.
Marino.
Rice, baby.
Oh no.
Rice. Anthony went Rice. That was your perfect time to say baby. Come on.
No, mine is Gabriel. Then Rice. Gabriel.
Come on.
Everyone knows
So Bobby, you need to answer that.
Oh, that's Gabriel. It's all day long. Simple.
Okay,
Happy New Year, gents. Big up to Geeks. Hope you're doing well.
Big up, Geeks.
Yes,
I think he will be leaving. There might be another defender that leaves as well, so watch out for that one. Mohammed, for some reason, is just talking about a chocolate bar and a Coca-Cola. Interesting.
Yeah.
Has 14 starts across all comps and 19 See, I can't get away. I can't get into trouble now because I haven't actually said his name. Chocolate bar and a bar of Coca-Cola. It's all good. Kang Il. God no.
It's no
We
opposition
haven't
to
looked at
me.
Kang in. Kang in. No, not for me.
Pardon?
We've got
Who's
Eze
that?
now. He's the South Korean that plays for PSG as well. I think he plays
Oh,
for Valencia.
forget that. Yeah. I saw those links in the summer.
I'm rating Bobby's ratings of Coward's Tone, Villa, and the unsportsmanlike nature of their manager. Fair enough. I'm rating the panel's rating of Arteta -100. Wow. Ali versus Anthony would be a better boxing match than Jake Paul versus Joshua.
This is all love here, brother.
Did you
It's all
see
love.
Did you guys see the clip of Rice indicating to the bench during Brighton game at 62nd minute he wasn't subbed and played the whole game? That's just negligence. I'll be honest,
That's happened before.
Yeah, look,
That's what I'm saying.
I'd be very careful
management.
about this. Declan Rice, the Declan Rice situation. He was fine up until the last moment on what day? Tuesday morning, I think it was. He failed the fitness test then. And the Timber one would be one of those situations. Would have been Jeremy Beadle would have appreciated it because it was just a stupid injury that he picked up because he turned up at the game and something happened. He got a little niggle and then he's back yesterday, so it's fine. It's nothing to worry about with him. You're obviously on about Xhaka. In my opinion,
Oh, yes.
because of the situation with Chelsea, I think Chelsea probably will go ahead of us now. Because obviously they will have a position for him where for us we would be buying him for the future because obviously
they'll have a position in their reserve team.
It's all about exactly. It's all about pathways, and I know certain big people are now mentioning pathways. It's amazing that, but pathways are important for players. If you don't see a pathway into the first team, it's pointless. Currently, you've got Saliba and Mosquera as the right centre backs. You're going to struggle.
You did say that defenders.
And we've got some decent ones in our youth academy. We've got Marley Salmon, obviously, will cover the left side, but we've also got a couple of others as well. We've got the young Welsh lad, Braden. Is it Braden Clark? I think that's his name.
Yeah, I think Clark is the first name.
And and
we've got Mosquera as well. He's a talented boy.
Yeah, so we've got plenty. But guys, thank you ever so much. Happy New Year, everyone, for everyone that celebrates it. Everyone knows I don't like it. I can't stand it. Any rare succession plan? Yes, there is plenty. As Gary knows, if Gary watches this back, Gary hates me talking about goalkeepers. We are scouting many because we do have a succession plan. We know the type of goalkeeper we want. We know the age. We will get one. I think it will be next summer, personally.
Suzuki, wasn't it?
Guys, thank you very much for coming on. Brenny, where can they find you, my friend?
Yeah, big up all of you. Thanks for having me on as always. You can find me on my own channel, Brenny K74. I've actually on 83 subscribers now, so I've jumped to still on the road to 100. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, please. I'd really appreciate it. I will be doing a lot more shows in the new year, and especially I'll be doing it with my new camera. You can also find me on X, and you can find me on Instagram threads as well. I need to get back to doing my usual, past fixtures. Like, I'll be starting again with Bournemouth away, how we've done there in the last few seasons. So I'll be starting up again probably tomorrow. So and big up as always to Football Takeover. Like, subscribe to these guys.
Thank you, mate. Anthony, where can they find you, my friend?
You guys can find me on X or on Instagram, Lifting with Anthony. That's where you can find me. I'm hoping next year, me and my friend Cash on X is going to be doing some YouTube content next year, so watch out for that. I hate being on camera, but it is what it is. But yeah, the only two places, Instagram again, Lifting with Anthony, and Anthony on X as well.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Neil?
Well, thanks for having me on again, guys. Yeah, really, I just seem to be drawn to Football Takeover and obviously the Discord and X. Always trying to take the piss out of other people on X. So yeah, give us a shout on that.
Thank you, mate. Ali?
Yes, mate. So yeah, here at Football and Football Takeover on YouTube, TK over on TikTok, X, and Instagram. Again, just would like to say much appreciated to the panel for coming on. This is our second stream all together. There's a few missing, Dan, etc. But yeah, it's all good fun. It's all constructive comments that we have between ourselves and within our comment section. So yeah, long may it continue. I hope Anthony, Neil, obviously Brenny's an OG. Hopefully they're going to keep coming on, and then we've got Nick and Dan and whoever else wants to join us in 2026.
Thank you very much, mate. Big up to Tarquin. So the channel is all about football. That's why it's called Football Takeover. But all the people that have anything to do with the channel are all Arsenal fans. So funny enough, our main talking point is Arsenal. But we do neutral stuff. You'll see if you see some of the streams. I have done Celtic games. Admittedly, it does look like I'm also a Celtic fan. I'm not. I'm actually a Rangers fan. But it's just because Celtic were the ones in the cup final. But I will be doing the National League playoff final. I'll do the League 2, League 1 Championship. So I will do neutral stuff as well. We will talk about neutral stuff when the time comes as well.
World Cup.
Well, not for me. I won't be.
It just depends.
Everyone knows my situation
I'll be covering some World Cup stuff.
Yeah,
okay. That's good.
Good.
I have no desire to tarnish my name with FIFA. So,
sorry, I thought you meant cups as in Carabao and Champions League, and we're not doing World Cups. Bobby's spot on that one.
No,
so I apologise on that.
No, not whilst he's in charge. So no.
Fair
anyway,
enough.
Yeah, long story, mate. Right, guys. Obviously, everyone knows my personal situation. I hope to do a stream Friday. I'll let Ali know if I can't do it. Obviously, I'm just waiting for a phone call now, just to be whipped into hospital. So, just wait and see.
Good luck, man.
But
Good luck,
very
mate.
much. But hopefully, I'll see you Friday.
Yeah.
If I don't get a phone call this week, which means it will probably roll into next week, I'll do the watch along on Saturday, and then I'll do the reaction on the Sunday, because I don't want to do 2 streams, because obviously the lump in my throat is not the greatest, and I don't want to do too much in one day. So that's how I'll strict it. But we'll wait and see. I'll obviously let Ali know if something comes up before that, and obviously we'll have to reschedule some stuff. But guys, thank you very much. Enjoy your evening. I will hide under a pillow for the fireworks, but it's all good. See you later, everyone. Take it
Happy
easy.
New Year,
Take care,
everybody.
brother. Happy New Year.
See you on
Cheers.
2026.